Hi everyone. Welcome to our practice today. If you are here for the first time, just check all the other videos. And if you're new practitioner, be careful. We do everything very easily, very carefully in this channel. Remember to subscribe, to support the channel, to share the videos you like with your friends who like yoga, to recommend, and maybe also to do a little donation. You will find a link to PayPal. And today's video is especially for those new practitioners who are asking me for some details they couldn't understand. Some of them asked me, for example, to show my belly. I can belly dance, while I do, for example, when you're doing the right breathing, how you breathe normally, it's also important to do it the right way. No? And when you're doing like Vastrika or Kapalabhati, what is happening in the belly? Okay, I'm coming closer with my belly. And important things, think about that. Give a Google search on the videos. There are a lot of animation videos that show you what happens in your body while you breathe in and breathe out. What happens with that muscle we have named diaphragm, which expands, contracts, goes down, and goes up. So when you're breathing in, now I'm going to cut my head, no problem. When you're breathing in, your diaphragm goes down because then your chest, your lungs can expand. So when you breathe in, the air comes in, the belly goes out. The diaphragm is going down. And when you breathe out, on the contrary, the belly bottom, you will see, moves in. The diaphragm moves up behind your lower ribs. So you can check this very well on my yoga page on Facebook that I have for many years. I used to post a lot of those animations so that people can really understand how to breathe. Because the most common wrong thing that people do breathing is that breathing in, breathing out. No. And please don't walk with your belly contract like this, because you're going to create problems for yourself. So relax your belly, relax those muscles so you're able to breathe really in, expanding, and out. That's a gentle contraction. So when we do Bastrika, for example, inhalation, exhalation, both very strong, non-active. Understand? That's what happened. Breathe in, breathe out. Uddiyana Bandha, what's that? That contraction. And one of the poses we use, the postures we use to do it is that. And standing. And you breathe in normally. And you breathe out. And in the end of the exhalation, you contract, you really pull everything in and up. And we feel here also. So without air in your lungs. You achieve that deep contraction, no? Uddiyana Bandha. Okay, I show you now first Bastrika, Uddiyana Bandha. We can do it also with movement, Uddiyana Bandha. Now Kryia. Or simply moving in and out, okay? But is still holding your breath outside. Now, Kapalabhati, that we use also a lot, it's only the exhalation really strong. The inhalation is very passive, normal. You don't have to think about, and you breathe in and you breathe out strongly through your nose. Once the air goes out, the navel goes in. The difference, Kapalabhati, and now Bastrika, which is are both very strong. Also, the inhalation will help. Okay, different. Another detail to do Nadi Shodhana, the alternated breathing, we use this mudra, Vishnu mudra, we call. So we do like this, and we use the thumb on the right side. We use these two fingers or only one. It depends what is better for you. Don't worry if you cannot bring the tip of those fingers together to close the left side. Yeah? So you'll be working like this. You can also use these two fingers. We don't use, we just bend them like this. But you could also place between the eyebrows and you continue your Nadi Shodhana, Anuloma Viloma. It's the same exercise. Okay, now we're going to start standing, and we do some standing asanas, paying attention to the alignment. Okay, now just standing with the feet hip apart, spreading your toes, and let the tip of the toes turning straight forward. Feel the ball of the big toe. Breathe in, bring your arms up, elongate your trunk, both sides. Breathe out, bend forward. You can bend your knees here if you prefer. Bend a little bit so you relax your lower back. Relax your upper back, your shoulders, your head. And grab your forearms or elbows with the opposite hand. Let the head hang in between your arms. Take a few long, deep breaths. Really relaxing completely your face muscles. And you start feeling that the lower body is working actively. The feet, the legs, upper body is just hanging, resting. Deep, long breath, long exhalation, and a deep inhalation. One more deep breath. The head hanging between your arms, the neck completely relaxed. Now, breathing out, we start bending the knees and we swing the arms forward. Breathe in to chair pose. Breathe out and place your hands on your knees. Now, don't contract your shoulders here, your neck. Keep the space. Turn the head left and right. Continue to pay attention to the breath rhythm. Now breathe in, arch gently forward your spine. Breathe out, arch backwards. Just moving the spine a little bit. And you can feel that movement naturally, navel out as you breathe in, navel in as you breathe out. Then let's do once or twice. We breathe out. We stop the breathing, hold it outside, and pull the navel in and up towards the spine. Hold for a few seconds. No air, no breath. Deep contraction and release the contraction. Breathe in. Breathe out. Do it one more time. Hold your breath outside. Pull the navel in and up. Hold for a few seconds, no air. And release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring your hands to your waist. Extend your legs. Feel your feet, your toes. And lift your chest. Push your hips slightly forward. Lift the chin. Stay there, breathing up to your chest. You don't have to force. Just a gentle back bend. Breathe in and breathe out. Softening your shoulders, your knees. Feel your feet and let's go. Hastinasana. Keep your breath flowing. Now, you probably have a wall where you are, but if you don't worry. If you don't have a wall to support, a wall that is free from anything, furniture, whatever, you're going to come close to the wall. Yeah, the wall is very good to help us to find the right alignment in certain positions. Now, everything starts with the feet in the standing positions. So you take a good distance between your feet, right? The legs are doing this triangle with the hip, feet, and hip. Now, you're close to the wall, touching the wall. Your heels are very close to the wall, but they don't have to be touching the wall. Otherwise, you cannot stay like this. If you have a butt pull, you cannot. So we will take one foot, let's say the right foot, like me, turning to the side. And the left foot, we're going to turn like we always do in Trikonasana and the warriors. So we turn the heel a little bit out and we bring the arms so we feel the wall, the whole body in the same line. The head, the trunk, the pelvis in the same line. Now, arms, hands, shoulders in the same line. Breathe in, lifting your sternum a little bit. And breathe out, bending the right knee. Now, you're not going to bend that much that the knee is passing your foot because this is going to be to force some ligaments and tendons. So we don't want that. So you just bend that the knee is right over your ankle. Now again, extend this leg, breathe in, breathe out, bend that knee without doing this. Take a look. No. Second warrior, Virabhadrasana 2. We stay breathing. Gentle Ujjayi breath. That other variation of warrior, peaceful warrior. So you drop the back hand and the front arm goes up. You see, we don't really change the position of the legs. We just lean a little bit the trunk, and this side opens up a little bit more. Breathing. Strong legs, back leg always straight. We never bend the back knee. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out. Extend. Come back. Here. Now you're going to triangle Trikonasana. And yes, now we can do this. The hip to one side, the trunk to the other. Differently from the warrior, where we don't move the trunk. Now we go, because we want to elongate this side first. And we touch gently the front leg. Breathing. Everything is going to be in alignment. Legs, trunk, head. Position of the head, also important. Neck, cervical. You don't want to do this, no? You want to keep elongating and rotating the chest up. And you can look down, you can look straight forward, you can look up. Important is that your head is connected. It's not... Breathe one more time, deeply. Breathe in next time. Come back and you bring the hip, in the right place. Now we're going again. Front leg, firming your back foot, and we're going to turn both sides forward. Shoulders parallel to each other. And arms up. First warrior. Virabhadrasana 1. Stay, breathing. Lifting the chest. Now, the back leg, rotate the thigh, the hip on this side, rotate forward. Differently from the first one we did, which was the second warrior we start with. Keep breathing. One more breath. Softening your shoulders, lifting your heart space. Creating more room for you to breathe. And breathe out, extend, come back here. Now let's change the position of the feet. We turn this foot, toes slightly in, and we turn the left foot in front. Now let's go there. Hips rotating, thighs rotating out. Breathe in, breathe out, bend your front knee and keep the integrity here, the trunk, the head, the pelvis in the same line. Second warrior, Virabhadrasana 2. And we normally look forward towards the fingertips. But what happens normally when people do this is that they have the tendency to go like that with the trunk. Don't do it. Stay centered, strong legs, keep breathing in and out. One more breath. Exhale. Inhale. Let's go back here for a moment. If you feel your arms burning a little bit, that's normal. You can also use this variation with the hands on your waist, on your hips. And we go there again. I call this one flamenco warrior. You have to go like very proud. Look over your shoulder, breathing. Flamenco dancer warrior. Now from here, let's go there. Left hand up. And you're touching your back leg, so we open more space on the left side. And you look up without forcing your neck. One more deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out, come back to the first position, and we go to triangle Utthita Trikonasana. Find the space first on this side of the trunk, the lower side, then the upper side. Against the wall, you can feel the alignment, everything in the same line. Feeling your neck, no tension, elongated. Breathe two more. One more. Feel your feet. Breathe in, come back. Adjust the position of the hip, right under the trunk, the head. And now let's go for the first one. We bend the front knee and we rotate. This side now rotating in. Shoulders parallel to each other. Virabhadrasana 1, let's stay. Don't let your back leg bending. 2 more breaths. And 1. And don't let your back foot turning also, no? Press the edge of the foot back there. Breathe in, breathe out. Back here. Turn your toes forward, spreading them. Hands to the waist, lift your chest and chin. Breathe in, breathe out. We go down with the head. And you can touch your feet, your ankles, or you could go for that variation where you interlace your fingers and pull the arms, the shoulders away from your neck. Maybe the top of the head touches the ground. Two more breaths. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Step in front of your yoga mat. Feet together. Breathe in, arms up. Lift the chest. Breathe out. Fall forward. So you feel the difference once you bend forward like this with the legs together, feet together, and when you bend forward like this, but with the feet separate like we did at the beginning of the class. Now let's go to downward facing dog. Take a good big step. Both feet now parallel to each other. Now here it's always better if you keep your feet parallel. Now the distance you need between your hands and your feet is not something that is not going to change. It changes a little bit. Yeah, it's always changing a little bit. So it feels good also when your heels are not touching the ground, but you can elongate a lot very well your trunk. It also feels good if you want to bend a little bit the knees in order to find more space for your trunk, elongating the spine. Now, this position we use a lot also. Those positions I'm giving to you today are the most common ones that we use nowadays a lot in yoga classes. This one, it feels, you can see like a triangle. When you look from the side, and the top of this triangle is the hip. The sitting bones are going up and back. There is this action with the hips pulling back and up. Head totally relaxed. Important is that you don't take that too much distance, otherwise it's going to be almost a plank pose. And you don't take like this. This is not enough. Now, from downward facing, Adho Mukha Svanasana, we go to plank pose. Stay there for a moment. Just feel all those muscles engage without losing the head and the hips, because it's going to be heavy and you're going to fall. Let's stay. One more breath. Engage your thighs. Exhale. Next time, just touch your knees down. Keep your belly strong. Inhale again. The elbows towards the trunk. Exhale. Chest and chin. Stay there. Now we're going to point the toes. Drop the hips. Roll your shoulders back and come to small cobra. Bhujangasana. Elbows bent, shoulders down. Move a little bit. Head softening. Finding space. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come on your knees. Round your spine. Breathe in, elongate. Arch gently forward. Breathe out. Round your spine. Now, let's bring the legs forward. Feet hip apart. And we go to that shoulder bridge, which is one of the best Hatha yoga poses. And for the body, for the immune system, we lay down on the floor. The feet must be very nice placed, and we lift the hips. So your feet, stay there. Let me, yes, better. Can see better. Here, what happens, most common, is that people take the feet too close to the buttock muscles. Then you don't go up like that easily. It's like, or too far in front, and then it's also not that good. So it should be, when you go up, your knees are in the line with the ankles. Shoulders away from the neck, long neck. The back of the neck is long. The chest comes towards the chin towards the chest. Take a few long, deep breath here, the middle of the chest. Really feeling the expansion. Remember what we said at the beginning of the class about the diaphragma movement, diaphragma's movement. Next exhalation, roll vertebra by vertebra, touch the floor, relax the sacrum, then pull the knees in, forehead to the knee, and swing to sit. Now, one torsion, let's do with one leg straight. You sit, extend one leg. Let's say you extend your left leg and you take your right knee towards your chest and the right foot to the opposite side. And elongate your spine. Shoulders down and engage the muscles below the navel. Pelvic floor, lower belly. Muscles below the navel contract. When you keep practicing, these things are happening already without having to think about. Now we're going to rotate against this leg. So we hug with the opposite arm, this knee, and we go with the other hand behind, helping a little bit here, this hand to rotate. Important, you have to rotate your shoulder. Huh? So you cannot stay like that. You have really to send your shoulder back. This shoulder is going back and the other one is coming forward. And we breathe now up to the top of the lungs, top of the chest, because we have a certain pressure here on the belly. That we want that. Breathing up to the top of the lungs. Head rotate. And your eyes, you look back over your shoulder. Take another deep breath, elongating to the crown of the head. And breathe out, turn the head forward. Slowly come back. You could also use this variation with the lower leg bent, or with the time. It's going to be easier. So then you have both sides of the hips touching the floor, better like that than to lift one side. So always with both sides touching the floor. Now when we come back, let's change the position of the legs. Extend the right leg, bend the left knee, place the foot on the opposite side, and we go there. Matsyendrasana. Keep breathing deeply, slowly, consciously. And one more breath up to the top of the chest, eyes open, looking back over the shoulder. Breathe in, elongate up to the crown of your head. Breathe out, turn the head forward. And let's see how it feels now if we bend the lower leg. Important detail. This foot on the floor is really pressing the sole of the foot on the floor. It's not like that. This is another position, huh? So this one, and we go. Both sides of the hips on the floor. You're breathing in, you're elongating, you're creating a space between the vertebrae. You're breathing out, you're rotating gently without pushing. And we come back. Now let's extend both legs, sitting on the sitting bones. Here you also have the possibility of taking the feet a little bit apart or together. It's going to feel different. Let's check it out. Breathe in. Elongate space. Breathe out. Bend over your legs. Feeling your breath everywhere. On your back, next to the spine. Lower back, upper back area. Into the hips. The back of the legs. Two more. Long, deep breathing. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can roll easy back up. And then let's rest. Rest for a moment. If you feel like doing any other stretch, any other position, take your time, do it. Relaxing Shavasana. And once you're relaxing here, pay attention for a moment. How relaxed is the belly? All those muscles to the pelvic floor and how it moves in the chest as you breathe in, as you breathe out. So rest for a few minutes. I hope you enjoy this class, all those explanations. Take care, stay healthy, happy, practicing. See you Monday next week. I'm going to do the next live. So thank you very much. Have a good day.